Hello, my name is Kelly and I am the Tall Vegan Gemini. Today is day 20, if I'm not mistaken, of my raw food lifestyle. So I was calling it a challenge. I have graduated. I'm now calling it a lifestyle because I just decided maybe it's challenging for me because I'm saying it's challenging, and I do believe in that. I do believe that you'll have what you say, and you have to watch the words that come out of your mouth. So I'm like, yeah, let me stop calling this challenging and let's just call it my lifestyle, the way that I eat. So I thought I would bring you all into the kitchen with me today so you can see something that I'm about to eat. Now, I did have one of these yesterday and it was pretty good. I'm sorry, the camera is shaking because I got it on this, I have it on this holder and I'm about to position it so that you can see the wrap. So sorry about the wiggly jiggly here, but let's go ahead and look at the wrap. Yeeks. Okay. All right. Hope you can see all the ingredients I have going here. Can we see all the ingredients? Okay. Hopefully so. All right, so I have collard greens. I have already washed them, but I have not added the lemon and salt. So let me do that now. Now there's a man here on YouTube and I need to find out his name. He looks like he does a lot of vegan recipes, and I pretty much got this recipe from him. I did deviate a little bit from what he said just to make things a little bit easier for me. I washed these greens yesterday and I'm gonna have to get some really big Ziploc bags because some of the way that I wrapped them and put them in the refrigerator, they were a little bit exposed. So I don't know if I should do this on both sides, but just gonna do both sides. He says we're doing this for the texture of the leaf as well as the taste. So I'm just doing what he said. All right, I'm gonna sprinkle a little sea salt on here ever so slightly. And I don't think I had a few pistachios today, but that's pretty much all the salt that I've had today. So I should be good on salt intake, not having too much. Okay. Just kind of rub that into the leaves. I'm gonna eat this and my hands are clean, so don't worry, I'm not contaminating my food. All right, so this is how I'm gonna prepare to wrap my burrito. Okay, so I need another spoon. Let's see if I can find anything to scoop with. All right, so I'll start where I started yesterday. This is my meat substitute. So this is walnuts, cashews, carrots with seasonings. And basically, I seasoned it to taste like taco meat. I don't have the recipe. I do apologize, but I can give it to you if I get any requests. All right, this is my cilantro rice substitute. This is cauliflower, cilantro, and lime, and a touch of salt. So I'm going to put this down. These are kind of challenging to make, so I'm just going to make one. Yesterday, one was just fine. So now I think I'm going to go with the sprinkle effect. I'm going to sprinkle, this is some corn, sweet corn that I cut off the cob myself. I'm just going to sprinkle some of this down. I wish I had thought about mixing in my cilantro with my corn like they do at Chipotle. I love that Chipotle corn. Now my avocado slices got a little bit brown because I cut them yesterday, but I am not worried about that. I hope you're not. Okay, I'll leave a couple of those too, because you really don't need like too much stuff in here. This is, can't really tell, red bell pepper and onion. The red coloring took over a bit. So everything looks a little red, but that's red bell pepper and onion. And then I'm going to put in some mango. Now this is definitely from the man that suggested it. I wouldn't have put in mango. I was supposed to have jerk seasoning on my meat substitute, and I couldn't find jerk seasoning. So I do apologize. I had to rinse this knife off. So yeah, I could not find the jerk seasoning. So I went with taco flavors. So now I'm gonna cut up these cherry tomatoes, if they're not already cut. I had some that are left over from me cutting them on yesterday. Okay. I like tomatoes, so I can't really over tomato. So I'll leave that there. What am I missing? I am missing lettuce. Okay. So I also had some pre-washed romaine leaves. I'm gonna get ready let's just go ahead and cut the romaine leaves here. I also kind of don't mind the big crunchy part in the middle, but it may unnecessarily make my burrito bulky, so I'll just go ahead and take that out. So I really do like when the burrito stays together. This is not the ideal knife, but for the sake of time and my hunger, I'm gonna go ahead and do this as quickly as possible. Last night, I feel like it took me forever to get this done. Next time I make these things, I'll make a bit more. I'll prep a bit more ingredients so it can last me maybe 3 to 4 days. All right, and I'll put this in there because I have a feeling my son is gonna want one of these when he gets back. Okay, so am I ready to... Now, this is my own homemade sour cream that I made, and I made it from, I cheated a little bit. The raw professionals, they'll tell you to soak your cashews and blend those, and I do that. When was the last time I blended cashews? Well, there's cashews in my meat, but I hadn't soaked them, and I didn't want to go through all that, you know, long, even 20 minutes, because I'm really ready to eat. Haven't had a lot of food today. So I use my coconut yogurt, and I put in the same things that the recipe said, which is a little bit of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of salt. And I made sour cream. And it does, it's giving sour cream. I'm not mad at it. So let's go ahead and drizzle some of that on there before I wrap. Okay, and today I have a feeling that all I'm gonna need for my side, to have on the side of this, is a little salsa. So I'll grab some salsa. And I'm gonna just try to do my best, you know, chipotle wrap here. Fold this over. Scoop. It's gonna be messy, but that's okay. You gotta tuck everything in and fold. Tuck and fold, tuck and fold. It's messy, but it's okay. So now I'm going to wrap my little paper around here. This is like a food service paper. It's not quite like the parchment paper that's real thick that I'd like for it to be, but it's gonna be better than nothing. These leaves can be a little bit unruly. Okay, so I'm gonna do it one more time. Swaddle it, if you will. See how that leaf popped back out of there, even though I tucked it? All right, so let's get the moisture up. it's definitely going to be enough moisture. So that, and then for the visual, uh-oh. The visual is not giving. Lemon seed. Glad I caught that. Love lemon, but you really don't want to bite into a seed. All right, perfect. Collard green burrito. Okay, I'm excited. You know what I forgot? Salt and pepper. My goodness. Well, pepper. Okay. So let me just cover up these ingredients real quick. And we're gonna go over, sit down and take a bite. And since I haven't graduated to full big girl on my raw plan, I have to use some jar salsa. Get about that much. Be generous with my salsa. All right, guys, this is my meal.